Hello, how are you today? The pipe I'm going to show you today is a little gem I've had for a while, a few years. I bought it off the internet. It's it's the name is let me see, sorry to hesitate there. It looks like a CPE. C as in Charles, P as in Paul, E as in Edward. And it's a real amber stem on it. You can always tell them. They're very, very soft. You gotta be careful because you can dent them real easily. And it's a real rose gold. I had it sent to a jeweler. And a genuine rose gold cap and band. And here's the case. It comes in a case. It doesn't have the initials like on the inside as they sometimes have. But the pipe, you know, has the logo on the stem. The shank, rather. Here it is. Right up in there, you see that little circle. It's not a GBD, it's a CPE. And have no idea when it was made, but it looks, I don't know, pre-50, maybe in the 40s to 30s, something. And we're going to light her up. Now I'm going to adjust this a little. We're going to do the Wall Street. Now, I can tell you anything's in this pipe. I love the Wall Street so much that, like Kevin said, you know, Louisiana pipe guy said, you know, I kind of plow through a certain tobacco. And he's absolutely right. Good smoking. It's a real gem. I was looking at a custom made, a handmade, super expensive pipe that of course I'd never get. It was like in the thousands. And the guy made a big point of that. It was a little, what do they call them, a saddle bit. And he put in big, real amber. And you know, the whole thing like that. Some of those ultra expensive pipe, I mean, I know all about straight grains and I have a couple of them and all that stuff, but come on now. Very, very enjoyable. I've had my 2 cups of coffee. Let me tell you about a little excursion I had yesterday. Me and my wife. My wife and I, whatever. Went out to the country, quote unquote. We call it the country. Out around the Amish there. You've seen in that, this one show that's on Amish Mafia, and another one is called Breaking Amish and all this. But this was a genuine Lancaster County, where one of these shows emanates from. And it's God's country. I can't say, I know it's an old-fashioned phrase, but it really is. It's so beautiful out there. And instead of riding bicycles, what the Amish do is they have this glorified skateboard. From a distance, it looks like somebody doing a bicycle, but they push them along with their feet, with their leg, like this, you know. And just think, they don't have to worry about electric bills, oil, heat, or anything. Oh, let's think about it. No phone, no bill, texting, and all this junk. Except the young people in what they call Rumspringa, I think it's pronounced. Something like that. Where they're allowed to run wild and do things for a year or so. And then they decide whether to come back to the church. That's what that is for the young people. And they can smoke, drink, do all that. But, the majority of them return to the church. I know a little bit something about the Mennonite / Amish communities. The Mennonites, they're allowed to have appliances and cars and stuff. They're encouraged to have black, like cars if they have cars. But this, now not to be redundant, but just, like I said, think about it for a while. They're not burdened with all this worldly stuff like we are. They do like to smoke, though. Cigars, pipes, cigarettes. Well, anyway, we were up in that area yesterday, and we saw the buggies, and we stopped at an Amish farm market. It's called Shady Maple. If you ever get up into Lancaster, it's in New Holland. It's called New Holland, close to Lancaster. And the produce, the meats, the fish. They have the best. It's super. What a variety, and cheap. My gosh, we have a store up here called Acme and Giant Food. Now, I don't know in the part of the country you are what supermarkets you have, but it's at least half of what you'd pay for one of these places like Acme or Giant. And quality's much better. So we stocked up on everything. I originally just wanted to buy a pie in there, like an authentic homemade blueberry or peach cobbler. Well, we got both of those, peach and blueberry, and their baked goods are just you don't find people doing much baking anymore. But these are like fresh daily. And the vegetables, the apples, You know, they have like a dozen different types of apples in these big, you know, containers. Anything at all. So, and they're so polite. It's wonderful. It really is to see people with manners, and you know, the Amish people have a grace about them that's almost indescribable. Uh, you have to kind of experience it up close. Uh, I hear there are similar communities, except they're a little more liberal, like the Brethren. I've heard of a group called the Brethren. Down Florida, too, they have some Amish communities that are more liberal. Like they're allowed to use you know, electric and so forth. But we're only... well, you start seeing them about a half an hour from here. But you really get into it about an hour away from where I live. And west up here. And I can't say enough about it. And we're considering purchasing had nothing to do with the Amish. But while we're out there, my wife actually took me to see a house she's interested in. It's a 1717 circa, you know, early 18th century inn. You know, not an inn anymore, of course. And with this big old stone barn. And believe it or not, you know, I'm wheelchair bound. I have like a scooter from the scooter store. Well, actually, it's electric wheelchair. They don't tell you it won't fit in a CRV, by the way, if you're ever in that position. So, yeah, we have to like rent a van or something if I want to haul around. But anyway, my house here looks big from the outside, but the floor plan is kind of goofy. But at this place we're looking at, it's easy accessible, believe it or not. And it's got tons of room. So the bottom line, we might be moving there. And now when I say only, you'd have to look at this place to know what I'm talking about. It's only $300K. And it just came down 20,000. To 300 rather. And the couple's lived there for like 14 years or so. And are moving. And my wife's going out there doing the legwork today. You know, asking questions like, why are they moving? And any problems with the house and all. So, stay tuned. Because I might be broadcasting from another place. You wouldn't know the difference though. This is my chair, it's going with me and everything. But I could almost do 2 videos, one back to back. But I might do one this evening, and we'll talk more. So anyway, I wanted to show you the pipe with the genuine amber stem and the rose gold. And I'm signing off, so happy smoking.